Coach Dan Tortora, WakeUpCall.dt.com. During the NCAA tournament with the College of Charleston, I actually spoke to you about your faith, and would love to continue that conversation of how you feel like maybe that added to bringing you to Louisville and trusting in the process and trusting in everything that you've had.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in my faith that God has a plan for all of us, throughout the journey of our lifetime. I like to think that it was in God's plan for me to be standing up here right now as head coach at Louisville. I mean, I say all the time, I try to keep my life simple, and it's about faith, family, and who? Faith, family, and Louisville basketball. Faith, family, and being a teacher and a mentor, a role model, and a leader, for these young men behind me. But it starts with my faith. That's my center. That's my core. That's where I gave my strength. That's where I'm able to withstand the trials and tribulations of life. One of the great gifts that I think I can give my players and my children is to be that example of somebody that's committed to Christ. I'm sure as heck not perfect. In fact, I'm probably the least perfect person in this entire room. If not, people listen out there watching, but that is 100% where I am centered as a human being, and the most important thing to me in my life is my relationship with Christ.
Chucky, Dan Tortora, WakeUpCall.dt.com. You transferring from Wisconsin, what was the message that you got from Coach and just your belief that in this final year of eligibility, this was going to be the right place for you?
Yeah, Coach Kelsey was one of the first coaches to call me the transfer portal, and it was a very long conversation, and I love the energy that he brought. I love the type of guys he's recruiting. They're all about the right things, and when you have a players coach like him, and you bring the great type of guys that he brought in, that's something you want to go play for. And where Louisville basketball is at right now, we want to be able to bring that back in. We know how much the Louisville basketball means to the city, and we want to be able to bring it back to Louisville.
J'Vonne, Dan Tortora, WakeUpCall.dt.com. Similar to what I asked your teammate, what was it about Coach and his message that spoke to you and resonated with you to make that move from Colorado to Louisville?
Yeah, Coach Kelsey wasn't necessarily the first coach to call me because I entered the portal a little bit early, and he got the job a little bit after that. But at the same time, he was the most passionate coach that called me. He was the coach with the most energy, and he was the most genuine coach, and all of those great things. But when I got to campus at the same time, it was all real. It wasn't fake. I believed him through the first phone call. We probably talked for about 30 minutes, and that's all it really took. It was real. It was, I trusted him, and that's ultimately what you look for in the portal is trust. Especially when you have 1 year left, you look for a coach that you're gonna put your last year in his hands, ultimately in the team's hands, because we didn't have a lot of commits. So trusting in him that he's going to build the right team and bring the right guys along to accomplish something greater than a national championship.